My name is Dan, and I'm the host of the ADH Dan podcast. If you haven't watched it before, you should definitely check it out. You can join the tens of viewers that we have every week or every few months. But it has been growing. In fact, we were featured in a local sermon from a church this past Sunday.
And just this week, I was listening to a podcast, and it was a podcast of a local church in our area. And it was so heretical, I couldn't even get through it.
Before I respond to any of this, I think there are a few things that you need to know about me first. Number one, my podcast isn't connected to any church.
Like I couldn't even get through it. And so I would turn it off, and I would just be like, oh my God, and then I'd turn it back on, and I couldn't get through it. It was that heretical. And I thought, man, this is in Johnstown.
Number two, the episode with Paul Hamilton, I think it needs addressed that I'm not affiliated with that church other than attending 3 services, 2 the past 2 Easters, and 1 right before we recorded the podcast.
As you hear these false teachings come your way, whether it's a podcast.
Another thing I think you should know is my name is Daniel. That means God is my judge, not a church, not a person, not a pastor. God is my judge.
Guys, that's enough to send you to hell.
The last thing I think you need to know is that I am not a Christian. Years ago, I considered myself a Christian, but it's people like you, churches like yours, who really pushed me away from it. Your focus is on judging people. It's condemning people. That is not your job.
That they know this. They got to figure it out. They're enlightening.
What I heard was not any kind of love. It was condemnation, judgment, and hatred just being spewed from the pulpit. And it reminded me of something that I brought up in my podcast episode with Paul. I've noticed the moment that love becomes unconditional, some people feel like the roles are being broken. The last I checked, I don't remember Jesus putting the church or a man in charge of judging people. What I do remember is that he loved the people who the church rejected. And if questioning some of this stuff makes me a heretic, I guess I'm in pretty good company.
But what stood out to me even more was how confident they were.
If the goal of your church is to reach people like me, people with questions and doubts, calling people heretics from the pulpit does not draw us closer. It confirms why so many of us have walked away.